Are we live? I think we're live, people! Hey, everybody, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and welcome to another edition of the Linux Coffee House. I will get started in just a few minutes, but first, housekeeping. If you enjoy these live streams just as much as I do, then smash that like button, ring a ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Um, Besides the Linux Coffee House that I'm going to be doing right now, later on today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Florida Time is Edo Pro Dual Night Plus Open Chat, so keep a lookout for that. On May 25th, 4 p.m. is the Calculate Linux live installation. We're going to be doing Calculate Linux XFCE, so keep a lookout for that. As well as the final Edo Pro Dual Night Plus Open Chat is for May 30th at 4 p.m. So keep a lookout for that. Oh, good morning, Benny boy. How you doing, man? I'm feeling a lot better today. A lot better. I got enough sleep yesterday. I feel like $1,000,000. So I'm good. I already got my articles up, folks, so I will give it a 2-minute warning and we will get started. So we'll do that. Let me just make sure that my audio is not automatically going down again, because for some reason my audio was going down earlier for an unknown reason. And it seems like I fixed it, so it was definitely something with StreamYard. So I think we're good now. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ben, I made some tiny adjustments to macOS Catalina. Just, so a wallpaper adjustment, and as well as installing a few applications. So Catalina is pretty much right where I want it. But also, I've decided to once again dual boot on my mid 2012 MacBook Pro, and right now I am live streaming from the latest version of Endeavor OS, and I'm gonna say, Ben, Endeavor OS XFC has never been this good. It is amazing. I give it 2 thumbs up. It is the best version of Endeavor OS with XFC that I have ran on bare metal in years. It is good. I am pretty much on the standard Linux kernel currently, but I do have the LTS kernel whenever I want to switch around to it, but I want to stick to the mainline kernel at least for now. I pretty much got my Endeavor OS XFC set up the way I want it, so there's not really going to be any other issues. So yeah, my mid 2012 MacBook Pro is a dual boot machine again. On one side, macOS Catalina, and on this side, Endeavor OS XFCE. So, I should tell you, I got our Ubuntu reinstalled and our themes and such copied over, but after this stream, I need us to reinstall our programs on it via the host and via the, yeah, we can do that, no problem, Ben. No problem. Okay. Let me just make sure I got things, all ready to go. Okay, good. PVU control is showing that audio is going good. Very good, actually. Okay. Okay, folks. The 2 minutes is officially expired. I am going to start sharing my screen now, and we will get this party started. So let me get my screen shared, and just to save on bandwidth, I'm gonna turn my webcam off because I don't think we're gonna need it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go to present and share screen. Okay, we're going to go to the first article here. Okay, here is the first article for the Linux Coffee House. Hope you all can see it very well. Okay, so Pipewire 1.2. Oh, whoops. There we go. Pipewire 1.2 preps for async processing, snap support, and exploit sync. Following last year's release of Pipewire 1.0 for managing audio and video streams on the Linux desktop and proving itself a capable replacement to Pulse Audio and Jack, among other ones, Pipewire 1.2 is nearing release. Out today is the first release candidate for the upcoming Pipewire 1.2. Pipewire 1.2 is seeing a number of new releases added with today's Pipewire 1 version 1.1.81 development release candidate. Among the new Pipewire 1.2 features is support for asynchronous processing, exploit sync support, support for CPU affinity and polarities, snap packaging support, improving configuration parsing handling, support for security context handling for Flatpaks, and support for the Pipewire server and clients to use multiple threads to process nodes in parallel. Pipewire 1.2's Bluetooth support also adds support for the Opus LC3 SWB and AAC ELD codecs. Pipewire 1.2 is also bringing various module improvements, a new module for handling sorry about that. A family member was at the door. Anyway, as I was saying, Pipewire 1.2's Bluetooth support will also add support for Opus LC3 SWB and AAC LED codecs. Pipewire 1.2 is also bringing various module improvements. A module for loading parametric EQ and various enhancements to the Pulse Audio server, Jack, ULSA integration. Pipewire's GStreamer elements can also now negotiate and use DMA BUF for more efficient buffer handling. Overall, the Pipewire 1.2 update is quite feature-packed and another exciting development for advancing the Linux desktop in 2024. More downloads and more details on today's 1.2 release candidate 1 via freedesktop.org. Okay. By the way, I got an Ethernet connection on LFS 6.3 Live CD on my HP ProBook, and I'm gonna be doing a nostalgia and for fun and so on it. Given the ProBook is like, okay, Ben, do what you gotta do, bro. That's fine. Okay, let's get into the next article of the Linux Coffee House. Let me just go to present screen, share screen, and I will get to work on the next one. Actually, you know what? We're just going to share the entire screen just so you know we can make it easier on ourselves. Okay, here we go. We got it. Alright, Nairi 0.1.6 Wayland Compositor adds interactive window resizing and mouse view scrolling. Nairi is a scrollable tiling window compositor inspired by Paper WM and heavy on animations and effects. Out this morning is Nairi 0.1.6 as the newest feature release for this Wayland compositor. Nairi 0.1.6 adds interactive window resizing via mouse input, mouse view scrolling, named workspaces within the Nairi configuration file, IPC improvements, new debugging features, rounded window corners, the ability to set custom shaders for animations, and a number of other improvements. There are also no shortage of bug fixes with the Nairi 0.1.6 compositor release. Downloads, more details on the new release, and screenshots and videos of the new features can be found on Nairi on GitHub. Okay, let me check comments here. By the way, Fishman is back on Discord. Oh, that's wonderful, Ben. Glad he's back. Hope he's doing well. Welcome back, Fishman. Nice. Okay, on to our next article here. GNOME OS working on a new installer and other enhancements to make it more practical. Germany's Sovereign Tech Fund includes providing the resources for various new GNOME desktop development initiatives. There are various efforts underway for new features and refinements in GNOME 47 in September, and a renewed emphasis around GNOME OS. This week, GNOME is out with their latest weekly summary for all things GNOME. Here's some of the GNOME developments in recent days include: there is work underway on creating a new installer for GNOME OS, but it's at the earliest of stages where there isn't even a public Git repository yet. There is also ongoing work on migrating GNOME OS from OS Tree to systemd sys update. The systemd sys update dbus service is being worked on and getting sys update support within GNOME software. In partnership with CodeThink, they are working to make GNOME OS a viable daily driver for QA and development. This means more OpenQA improvements and security tracking for GNOME OS, increasing image bloat, and other changes. Continued work on enhancing the Nautilus file chooser, support for CSS custom properties and variables within the GTK toolkit. Continued development on a global shortcuts panel, cleaning up the visuals of the floating bar within the file view of Nautilus. GNOME Shell has free more fingers touchpad gestures, along with other newly merged enhancements. More details at thisweek.gnome.org. Now on to our next article. Wine 9.9 brings ARM improvements, drops obsolete Wine D3D features. Wine 9.9 is out as the newest bi-weekly development release for running Windows apps and games and applications on Linux and other platforms. Wine 9.9 isn't the most exciting release in recent time, but does bring some ARM improvements. Removes obsolete Direct 3D, Wine D3D features, and more. Sorry for my stuttering. Support for new WoW 64 mode and ODBC. Improved CPU detection in ARM platforms. Removal of a number of obsolete features in Wine D3D, and various bug fixes. There are 38 bug fixes for the past 2 weeks, and does put it on the heavier side. The Wine 9.9 bug fixes includes addressing problems in Crysis 2, Assassin's Creed Unity, Fallout 3, Shadowground Survivor, and other games and applications. Downloads and more details on the Wine 9.9 release in the trek toward Wine 10.0 can be found at winehq.org. And to our final and last news report for the Linux Coffee House. Ubuntu 24.10 to see more polishing, NVIDIA Wayland by default, and a new welcome wizard. Oliver Smith, who is serving as the interim engineering director for the Ubuntu desktop team at Canonical, has shared some roadmap plans around Ubuntu 20.10, with this being the first post-LTS update following last month's Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. They are more free to innovate this cycle, and they have a lot of great plans for enhancing the Linux desktop experience. Oliver, on a post on the Ubuntu Discourse, outlined today some of their Ubuntu 24.10 plans. Right now, these are just plans, but hopefully most, if not all of them, will manage to materialize in time for the Ubuntu 24.10 release. Ubuntu 24.10 will spend a lot of time polishing existing features and new code that was merged into Ubuntu 24.10 LTS. Oliver chimed that it's polish, polish, polish. Ubuntu 24.04 LTS had planned for TPM-based full disk encryption support, but that expanded hardware encryption support didn't materialize for the long-term support cycle. Now that's the goal for Ubuntu 24.10 to have TPM-backed full disk encryption available for those who want it to complement the existing Ubuntu disk encryption options. Additionally, the Ubuntu 24.10 desktop is hoping to deliver a new full-featured first boot experience. Canonical wants to redesign their welcome wizard to improve the initial Ubuntu desktop experience moving forward. Ubuntu 24.10 also aims to see improvements to its App Center, support for third-party Debian package installations from the GUI should land soon as a notable absence from Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. There is also be yet more work around Snap's integration. Ubuntu 24.10 will also see more work around leveraging Google's Flutter toolkit. The hope, too, is to see the transition of Flutter from GTK3 to GTK4. Another change Canonical Engineer is looking at for Ubuntu 24.10 is Wayland by default for NVIDIA graphics. GNOME 47 should be in great shape with its Wayland support, and the hope is that the NVIDIA proprietary driver support will be in super shape come October. Some other Ubuntu 24.10 work items include continued work on the immutable Ubuntu Core Desktop 20th Anniversary Easter eggs, continued Windows Subsystem for Linux WSL enhancements, and more. Canonical was also planning on growing the Ubuntu desktop team by at least another 50% over the next year. Learn more about the Ubuntu 24.10 desktop plans via the Ubuntu Discourse. And with that is pretty much all the articles for the Linux Coffee House. I will give it about one more minute here, and we will wrap things up here. I thank you all so much for watching, so much for coming. If you enjoy these live streams just as much as I do, then smash that like button, ring-a-ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Later on today at 4 p.m. Eastern Florida time is the special EdoPro Dual Night Plus Open Chat birthday stream. It was supposed to happen on my birthday, but I had to move it back one day because on my birthday I'm going to be out with my family the whole day. So there won't be any content from me at all on that day. So that's why we're doing Edo Pro Duel Night today. So hopefully that makes a bit more sense to you all. Also, the next Edo Pro Duel Night, beside that one, is May 30th at 4 p.m. Eastern Florida time. And also, May 25th, 4 p.m., is the Calculate Linux XFCE live installation. So keep a lookout for all of that. I also want to apologize if there was no Yu-Gi-Oh content this week. I was just really busy all week, but Yu-Gi-Oh content will be the Yu-Gi-Oh content will be returning next week. For the Calculate Linux live install, Ben, that is May 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern Florida time. Not the 20th. So, 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 alright. That'll work, Ben. That'll work. Okay. I think that's pretty much gonna do it for this Linux Coffee House. I'm gonna pretty much head up on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, so much for coming, and until next time, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying see you later.